Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. I want to give double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say shalom to you Akim and Akwat out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. All right, this one's titled Evil E is Filled with Pride. All right, it's got an American flag there. All right, because, Babylon the Great, all right, this is speaking with, Babylon will never be destroyed. Well, they say America, but same difference, right? Now, the other day, we made a lesson titled Kari Lake Wants to Avoid World War III. All right, and this is almost like a follow-up to that, all right? But I noticed that some things that I should have mentioned in that video, I skipped over. All right, but because I had a YouTube short as well as some of the comments from that short that I saved dealing with this whole war situation, but I forgot I had those, chilling on my camera roll. So I said, hey, you know what? I can make a whole nother lesson, and guess what? Touch on topics that we didn't really touch so much in that lesson. All right, so this is almost like a part two, but it can be watched separately. All right, it can be watched separately. Without any former information of the other lesson, at least. All right. So once again, Evil E is filled with pride. All right. These Americans, right? These American citizens. These proud to be an American. All these people. All right. They're filled with pride. So we're gonna go ahead and start off by playing this video. All right. We're gonna go ahead and play this video, and what another thing that kind of inspired this is when I was, listening on the earphone, at work, I had an AirPod in watching a lesson, and I was watching. I can't remember which lesson I was watching. I was watching I know it was from Elder Menatazak out of GMS, South Carolina. Bear with me 1 minute, and I'll be able to tell you the exact video. I believe it was. I think it was in Hebrew Israelite News and Notes #false religion. I believe that's the one I was watching. And he was speaking of, the pride of these Edomites, all right, these Americans, all right, that think their society's never going to be taken down. I believe it was that lesson, all right. And dealing with they're proud, and he played a video that was talking about how America could never, you could never win a war against America because, we're surrounded by water. All right, to every citizen, all right, there's, however many guns. All right, there's more guns than there are citizens in the United States. All right, so on and so forth. Though we got these, all this and that. All right, not brother wasn't saying that, but the video of the guy he was playing was saying that, and it shows you, man. And I found a video like that similar the other day. I said, so to the Spirit, I was like, you know what, I better go on and touch on this, all right? The Spirit wants this out. So we're going to go ahead and play the video. It's not involving Tupac, all right? So that's just, have to swipe past the short so it starts right. But we're going to go ahead and jump right into it, all right, without any further ado. So let me go ahead and pause this music and play the video. Here you go.
Everybody. Russia says that if the U.S. keeps doing what it's doing, it'll have no other option but to start an armed conflict with them. Which is kind of like me telling a grizzly bear that if it doesn't keep on walking, I'm going to beat that ass. Russia also says they deploy short and medium-range missiles to Europe in violation of treaties, with Russia adding that no one needs World War III, but it seems like someone's ready to go to the very end. Follow to stay in the loop. Russia says that if the U.S. keeps doing what it's doing...
So there you go. You see it. And you can tell he's being prideful just by the way he says, that's like me telling a grizzly bear that if it doesn't keep walking, I'm going to whip his ass. Because, that'd be impossible. So he's basically saying that it'd be impossible for Russia
to... Which is kind of like me telling a grizzly bear that if it doesn't keep on walking, I'm going to beat that ass. Russia also says they deploy short and medium-range missiles to Europe in violation of treaties.
So, and then if you go into the comments of these people... yeah, so here we are. It's from the same video. You can see it's from the shorts. You can tell by all the same air shit going down. All right, same comment board. All right, so here from JT7250 says Russia starts a conflict with the U.S. U.S. eliminates Russia. Russia, it was a prank, bro. So they think that, they're basically, having it as two people, they think America is going to completely eliminate Russia. It's not going to happen, all right? And matter of fact, the other nations are going to completely eliminate America, all right? And this is the pride of these devils, right? Because they're proud. Now, Timothy Perucci 809 says threats from Russia at this point are the same as threats from the drunk dude at the bar who just got his ass beat. All right, so they oh, whatever, it's just Russia, all right, and they don't really, these Americans, and you can tell this guy's an Edomite. Look, his profile picture is just a picture of his big old pickup truck. All right, threats from Russia, they point to the same threats from drunk dude at the bar who just got his ass beat. Whatever you say, Timothy Perucci. All right, you don't realize America's about to be completely and fucking utterly destroyed and decimated. All right, completely, man. Hey, these people are proud. Anise184 says, we've literally been at war since we were a country. Us to Russia, come at me, bro. So they don't realize, hey, Russia's about to fuck this place up. All right, CM-ZL2KF says, I'm gonna beat that ass. All right. Raptor Jesus says, please, Russia, do it. Fuck around, find out why the richest country in the world and world history doesn't have universal free healthcare. I dare you. And he's basically talking about no universal healthcare because they gotta fund the military. All right. So and these people are proud. All right. They're very, very proud. They don't realize that this place is going to be completely destroyed, and it will be. All right. As we read yesterday. All right. If you want to hear more about Babylon being destroyed, or like the World War III, well, not about Babylon being destroyed. Maybe that'll be the next one we go into. All right. But as far as, World War III happening, it will happen. All right, and it's not going to be so good for the Americans. All right, it's not going to be so good because it's going to be a nuclear war. It's going to be fought with nukes, and hey, man, it's going to be complete and utter devastation. The only one who's going to win World War III is the Lord. Okay, so let's go over. So again, evil is filled with pride. We got the scriptures to prove it. All right, we got the comments of Esau proving that they're proud people. All right, they're always saying something. Oh, we'll never be defeated. All right, we got the strongest military. Blah 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 blah. All right, that's all they go. Strongest military. You don't realize, all right, that all it would take is for you to be caught. You don't even have an active. You didn't have an active. You're working on one now. An active. Missile repelling system. All right, you've had rumors of things like the Star Wars system, but you didn't actually start building one until like a couple years ago, right? When this Ukraine-Russia conflict started going off. All right, so these people ain't got it, man. And the other thing is their military budget's getting exhausted because they're funding Ukraine because they're really hoping that Ukraine will fight this war for them. All right, because they know if that war comes over the United States, and that's why they're doing all this, this empty threats. Oh, Russia, you better not do this. Oh, Putin, you better not do this. Don't do this. You better not mess with the United States instead of actually doing anything. See, back in the day, America, when they were stronger, they would have actually went over there and done something. The United States, it's their strength is worn thin. All right, they're like a fragile old man now. All right, because the Lord's weakening this place. All right, so they don't have the strength, the military strength that they once had. All right, they don't even have the strength to deceive as much as they once had. All right, the Most High is revealing these people and weakening them. Babylon the Great, all right, a.k.a. America, all right, is being weakened as a nation. All right, they're not going to be able to put up a fight. So these Americans are holding on, and they've sent all this propaganda out in America. All right, that the citizens believe truly that they'll be protected, but they're exhausted, man. They're exhausted. All right, all their military assets and funds are going right now to Ukraine. All right, because like I said, they're hoping that Ukraine will fight that war for them because they know if Russia steps foot on American soil, it's their ass, man. It's done. It's through. But people still think, and that's the high up officials. All right, that's the high up officials, the elites and stuff like that. They know. All right, they don't want none of that to happen. All right, they don't want none of that to happen. All right, and in them, there's still that bit of pride. They think that they know that they're what's the word I'm looking for? They know that they're not at the advantage, but they still think they're gonna win. Why? Because they're pride. They're filled with pride. They're pride, and he's a proud man, right? Let's get Habakkuk 2:5. It says, "Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarged his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people." All right, so Esau is very proud. All right, they're very proud. They think that they can do anything. They think they can change the weather. They think they can they think they have the best military. They think that they can bake a cake and the shit's gonna taste better than it ever has. All right, even though it's filled with GMOs and bugs and shit. All right, Esau is a very, 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 very proud for it. Especially these American Edomites. These American Edomites are a different breed, man. All right, if you ever meet an Edomite from a foreigner from a different country, all right, such as England or certain other places, they act differently, all right? And you can tell they're not a Jake, all right? There's some English people you can tell, okay, this person is a Jake, but there's some ones, the regular, just run-of-the-mill Edomites, you can tell they're Edomites, but they act differently than American Edomites. They'd be considered more laid back and chilled, all right, than American Edomites. And Edomite's an Edomite at the end of the day, but, specifically this American Edomite pride, all right, it's ridiculous, all right? And you see it with, sister fucking MAGA hat wearing, American tank top wearing, fucking crackers that are living in trailer parks, all right? They're so proud of America, all right, when, look what it's done for you. You're over here living in a fucking trailer park, my dude, all right? So let's move on to Obadiah 1 and 3 through 4. So these Americans, man, and you don't really have to look too far to be able to find it. All right, you can go on anything talking about the war. Oh, America's gonna whoop Russia's ass. No, they're not. No, they're not. All right, they are absolutely not gonna whoop Russia's ass. All right, and Russia and a multitude of other nations are gonna whoop the United States ass because the U.S. is burning their bridges. All right, there's that whole thing where they found out that there's those document leaks by that one that 20-something-year-old dude, all right, that leaked them on Discord or wherever. All right, he was in that document. They basically found out that the United States was spying on their allies, one of those people being, South Korea, okay? So, and South Korea is playing it cool, but how would you feel, if you found out all of a sudden your best friend was snooping through your drawers and digging through your stuff, trying to find dirt on you, all right? You'd be like, what the fuck, bro? As a worldly person, you'd start to think, as the worldly term, you'd be like, is this guy a op? All right, you'd start thinking if this dude's an op or not, all right? You're like, why is this dude what's he trying to find on me? Why are you digging through you a Fed, trying to find, what are you trying to do? What, so that, imagine South Korea, here they are with allies with the United States, all right? And they probably didn't do anything like that towards the United States, but here the U.S. snooping and planting stuff and, spying for what? That trust is being broken, okay? So, and that's what's going to happen, all right? And it's prophesied. Even the other, Edomite nations, all right, even the other parts that make up the beast are gonna, turn against the great whore being Babylon, okay? It's prophesied. Why? Because America is there. They love burning bridges, man. And they're burning bridges. They burning bridges with all the countries that they can, all right, because they want to be in control, all right. And these other nations that make up the beast, all right, they're not too happy with it either. All right, they're not happy that they always get cast aside for Babylon, all right, for the great whore. All right, so they're going to turn their back on Babylon as well as places like North Korea, China, all right, who knows with the Ukraine, all right, who knows, all right, who knows. So anyway, continuing on, get back more into scriptures. These people are proud, man. These people are very, very proud. We'll read actually from 1, showing you who this is speaking to. This is Obadiah 1. It says, the vision of Obadiah. All right. It says, thus saith the Lord, our power concerning Edom. Edom, okay, Idumea, Esau, all right. We have heard a rumor from the Lord. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Verse 2, listen here. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. They're even small among the heathen, man. You're the lowest of the low. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. There's that pride. It says, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? It shows you that's dealing with Esau. And that's another reason why we know who you devils are, man. All right, through scriptures, all right, we can tell who you are. Exalt yourself as the eagle. What do you use as a label on your currency and your presidential seal? An eagle. Who thinks, oh, we'll never be destroyed? Esau, all right, these American white folk, and it's not just American white folk. It's so-called white people in general. There's whoever goes back to the seed line of Esau. There's brown people that go back to seed line of Esau. all right? But you can tell who, these people are by their actions, all right? They slayed their brother with a sword, all right? Esau over here killing the multitude of Jake, all right? Pride of their heart. Esau is a very, very proud person, all right? They think they'll never be moved, all right? Esau, all right? Or the so-called white people, it's the same thing, all right? They call their names, they call their lands after their names. Who does that? So-called white people. All right, so on and so forth. All right, it keeps going on and on and on. Who lied and said that they're the Jews? So-called white people. It continues on and on and on and on and on. And that's how we know who you devils are, man. All right, and that's why scriptures like this are so, they pack such a big punch once you know the scriptures, because it's, who else could it be, man? Who else could it be? All right, verse 3 again, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee. You see, you're the deceiver, but guess what? You even deceived yourself. Thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right, you don't think you're ever going to be brought down to the ground. All right, it says in verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So who's going to bring you down? The Lord's going to bring you down, E. All right, the Lord is going to bring you down, okay? And you can continue on this down. There's excellent scriptures through here. Of course, you got verse 10, all right, 15 down, all right, talking about what's going to happen to Esau. It's, hey, Obadiah is heavy, all right? If you want to get some dirt on Esau, hey, that's a great chapter, all right? So, yeah, so, we can continue on reading more. It talks about what's going to happen to Esau. In verse 9 it says, oh, the mighty men of Teman shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Showing you these people aren't going to make it out. These people think they're going to, I don't know what they think. They're going to pull some fucking huge hat trick or something. All right, I don't know what they think they're going to do. They're going to, juke the whole competition. All right, Russia's going to come over, yeah, they're going to go over here, and then all of a sudden North Korea, yeah, and they're going to move over here. No, man, you're going to get every single one of those blows is going to hit you. All right, every single one of those blows is going to hit you, man. All right, you're not going to work your way out of this, okay? Proverbs 16 and 18. And that's one of the things that pisses us off about Esau. There's a multitude of things that pisses us off about Esau, but we hate their pride, man. These people, pride is fucking vexing. It pisses you off just seeing how the way they talk. Oh, America will never be destroyed. We have the greatest military. We have the best military. We have the most advanced military. We have the biggest tanks. Everybody wants to have, fighter planes just like us. And no one could ever step to us. We could fight multiple countries at a time. All throughout history, we've completely dominated and we've won our war. Fucking proud, man. Proud. All right, when you see these people talking about you just laugh. You're like, man, these people don't know what's coming to them, man. They're about to get their asses whooped harder than they've ever been whooped. All right, harder than they've ever been whooped. They never had an ass whooping like about what's about to come. It's gonna be terrible, man. It's gonna be terrible. Bear with me while I grab a drink real quick. All right. Proverbs 16 and 18 reads, let's see what happens, and this isn't just for Esau. This is for anybody that's walking proudly. All right. Anybody who's being prideful, all right, proud, all right, thinks that they're, their shit doesn't stink, that they, they're the best thing ever. All right. Here it is. All right. And, who's the proudest of them all? Esau, Edom. So Proverbs 16 and 18, but if it applies, if it applies, if it applies, then it applies, all right? If, it shows you, what's going to happen to people that are prideful. Proverbs 16 and 18, pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. And haughty means, proud as well, if we could focus on it. Proud, all right? So, haughty. Proud, vain, arrogant, conceited, snobbish, stuck-up, pompous, self-important, superior, egotistical, I don't know how to pronounce that word, but it's supercilious, condescending. All right, I've never even heard anybody use that word like that. Haughty, all right, here it is. The New Oxford American Dictionary says, arrogantly superior and disdainful, all right? There you go. Arrogantly superior and disdainful. All right. So boom, boom. So pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Better it is to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. We're supposed to be being humble. All right, when if don't try to big yourself up. Like another script that says let other men praise you. All right, roughly paraphrasing. All right, basically, so you don't need to praise yourself. Oh, I'm the best thing that ever happened ever. I'm the blah 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 blah. And that's what Esau does. We have the greatest military. Us as Americans. Blah 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 blah. No man. Nope. You don't have the greatest military, man. You have an old and dried up ass fucking cobweb covered military. This is the Good News Translation, same scriptures, Proverbs 16 and 18 through 19. Pride leads to destruction and arrogance to downfall. It is better to be humble and stay poor than to be one of the arrogant and get a share of their loot. New Living Translation, pride goes before destruction and haughtiness before a fall. It's better to live humbly with the poor than to share plunder with the proud. All right? And the English Standard Version, it says, pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. It is better to be of a lowly spirit with the poor than divide the spoils with the proud. All right, so there you go. Multiple iterations, multiple different translations for you. All right, so, hey, pride goeth before destruction. What happens before destruction? Pride. All right, you got to realize a lot of these people, they don't think that nothing's ever going to happen. Look at all the people that end up getting judged. All right, look at the people that get judged. The gang members. They think no one can touch me. I'm untouchable, man. I'm Debo. I'm Debo over here. Thinking you're some crazy badass, and then you end up with two between the eyes. And then that's it. Your mom screaming in the street, "Not my baby." So hey, but you thought you were tough shit. Yeah. That guy over here, they just call him Killer. That's it. They just call him Killer. He's never been touched. He's killed 35 people, never once got shot at. One time they shot at him, he caught the bolt in his teeth. No, man. That pride, and guess what? It catches up to you, man. And that's what's gonna happen to Esau. They're so proud, such a proud people. All right, and it's gonna catch up to them, man. Being proud is gonna catch them off guard. All right, and we're not winning. Why are we not winning? We've always won. All right, no, the Lord has something against you, man. The Lord has something against you. All right. 2 and 10. Let me read that again. 2 and 10. Slakia. Isaiah 2 and 10, reading from 11 down through 24, right? 21. All right. 2 and 10 through 21. All right. It says, Isaiah 2 and 10, enter into the rock and hide thee in the dust for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty. It says, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness, pride, of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. All right, so in that day, what's that day? The day of, the Lord's coming. All right, who's going to be exalted? Just the Lord, nobody else. All right. It says, for the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty. And who's also proud and lofty? Esau, Edom, but everyone that's proud. Proud Jake's, hey, same thing's going to happen to you, man. And upon every one that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. And upon all the cedars of Lebanon that are high and lifted up, and upon all the oaks of Bashan, and upon all the high mountains, and upon all the hills that are lifted up, and upon every high tower, and upon every fenced wall, and upon all the ships of Tarshish, and upon all the pleasant pictures, and the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low. So here you are, you're haughty, you think you're up in a high place? No, you're going to be made low. It says, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day, and the idols he shall utterly abolish, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks, and into caves of the earth, for fear of the Lord, for the glory of his majesty. And Esau's going to try that with their bunkers and stuff, and their doomsday prepping bunkers and all this stuff. There's other scriptures that talk about that as well. All right. It says, when he ariseth, for fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. In that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats. Are you gonna throw them down and say, fuck these things? These things don't work. These things aren't helping me. You know, why isn't what's Shiva? Why isn't Shiva helping me? Why is not Shiva helping me? And they're gonna throw the idols down. All right, or you're gonna have the Muslims. You know, why is Allah not helping me? And they're gonna throw it down and then you know, hey, you know, it's you know. That's it, you know, the Asians with Buddha, all right, and all these other idols, man, all right, you know, so there you go, man, there you go, and it says in that day a man shall cast his idol. You know, you got Issachar too. Now we were naming heathen nations, but Issachar too. You know, we know that little freaking prayer beads, all right, little candles of Jesus Christ on it, Jesus Christos, all right. So hey, man. Anybody that's having idols, they're gonna cast them down. You know, Jake, even if they, you know, if they're worshiping those things, man, these things ain't help me out. Throw them on the ground. Hey, man, you know, only the Lord's gonna be able to help you in those days. It says, in that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats, to go into the clefts of the rocks and into the tops of the jagged rocks, for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. All right, so there you go. Let's read. You know, let's go up and let's read this in the Good News Translation. I'm curious. We got enough time. It says, "They will hide in caves in the rocky hills. They will hide in caves in the rocky hills, or dig holes in the ground to try to escape from the Lord's anger, to hide from his power and glory. The day is coming when human pride will be ended and human arrogance destroyed. Then the Lord alone will be exalted. On the day that the Lord Almighty will humble everyone who is powerful, everyone who is proud and conceited. He will destroy the tall cedars of Lebanon and all the oaks in the land in Bashan. He will level the high hills and He will level the high mountains and hills, every high tower and the walls of every fortress. He will sink even the largest and most beautiful ships. Human pride will be ended and human arrogance will be destroyed. Idols will completely disappear, and the Lord alone will be exalted on that day. People will hide in caves in the rocky hills, or dig holes in the ground and try to escape from the Lord's anger and to hide from his power and glory when he comes to shake the earth. When that day comes, they will throw away the gold and silver idols they have made and abandon them to the moles and the bats. When the Lord comes to shake the earth, people will hide in holes and caves in the rocky hills to try to escape from his anger and to hide from his power and glory. Put no more confidence in mortals. What are they worth?" Heavy. And this is titled from 6. It says, "Arrogance will be destroyed." All right? Arrogance will be destroyed. So, amen. That shows you what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen to the proud, if I could speak. 2nd Esdras 8 and 50. Let's get it. Here we go, 2nd Esdras 8 and 50. What's going to happen to the proud? All right, the prideful people. 2nd Esdras 8 and 50 reads, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." Once again, "For many miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." And this isn't just for Esau, Edom. This is for you, Jake, as well. All right, for anybody who's being proud. All right, many great miseries shall be done to them. All right, to the people that are being proud. All right, why? Because many great miseries are going to be done to you. Why? Because you walked in great pride. Okay. So there you go. Let's read it one more time. 2nd Esdras 8 and 50. "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because" why? "Because they have walked in great pride." There you go. And you know, a lot of these people are proud. You got the Moes, they're proud. They call their fest pride. All right. You got these women are very prideful. These Jake men are very prideful. The Edomites, the proudest of the proud. All right. These other nations are very proud. All right. So a lot of pride going on, man. Hey, and it's like it says in Isaiah 2, you know, in Isaiah chapter 2, it talks about, the haughtiness of man shall be made low, as it says right there in parentheses, right on screen. All right. The haughtiness of man shall be made low. All right. And, In that day, only the Lord's going to be exalted. Oh, the Lord, look, the Lord. Oh, wait, look, that over there, look, it's Drake. Oh, it's Drake. No one's going to give a shit about Drake. No one's going to give a fuck about Drake. All right, Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Cardi B could all walk out in the middle of that. No one's going to give a fuck about them. All right, they're going to be promptly destroyed. Okay, so, hey, man, no one's going to give a shit about you in those days. All right, doesn't care. Ooh, but I'm Drake. I was running through the 6. No, nobody gives a shit. All right. You were running through the 6, but now you're going to be burnt as a pile of sticks. Congratulations. All right, Malachi 4:1. Let's get it. All right, Malachi 4:1. Actually, you know what? Let's lock you. All right. Malachi 4:1 reads, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud," there you go, it starts with the proud. It starts with them, right? They're first one. It's not necessarily that they're going to be the first ones burn up, but it starts with who's going to be, messed up. All right? It starts with the proud. "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and show up as calves to the stall, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet, and that day I shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts." So it's, that the day that cometh in oven, there's going to, the elect, and, Jake going to have spiritual power. All right, so you're going to be getting messed up by Jake too. All right, so, and that's for you people that do proudly, all right, that walk proudly and do wickedly. All right. So you people with all this pride, you're going to be completely destroyed. Your buildings are going to be destroyed. Your businesses are going to be destroyed. Everything you've built up in your life is going to be destroyed. All right, your pride is going to be destroyed. There's going to be nothing left for you. All right, and it's a perfect segue into Isaiah 47:1. All right, let's get it. Isaiah 47:1. So after all this, you're gonna all these Babylonians, all this pride. All right, everything's gonna be destroyed. There's nothing left for you, man. You're gonna be completely destroyed. All right, this is Isaiah 47:1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt never be called tender and delicate." You're gonna be completely destroyed, man. Okay, there's nothing. All right, so sit in the dust, man. Sit on the ground. There's no throne. All right, you don't have anything left. All right, the only thing you have left for you is waiting for destruction and then captivity, and then that's it, man. All right, that's it. That's all you have. There's nothing, man. You don't have anything. All right, you're trying to work on, becoming immortal and extending human life. Why? For what? For what? You're not. Well, you think you're gonna, and they think it's because they think that they shall never be in adversity. All right, they think they're going to somehow wiggle their way out of this one, and you're not going to be able to wiggle your way out of this one. They think they will, but they won't. All right, they think that they really think that they're going to fight against the Lord, with their tanks and all these missiles and their F-16s and their Raptors or whatever the fuck they call them, their Apaches and all of this. All right, and their nuclear. They think that missiles and HIMARS and all this bullshit that doesn't stand a chance against the Lord. They think they're going to have a chance. They think, I'm going to fight. We're going to fight. Let me not use the dumb Jake voice, but, we're going to fight against them and we're going to win. We're going to become victorious, brothers. No, absolutely not. All right, you're going to be completely destroyed. You'd realize if you shot a missile at the Lord, he could just turn that shit around and zap it right back at you, and send it right back your way. All right, like telekinesis wherever they have. He could just stop it. And it'd just be hovering in air, and you'd just be looking at him, shitting your pants. You think you're going to fight against them? This is the Lord, man. You think you're going to fight against them? This shows you the pride. That's, again, shows you the pride. All right? We'll show you that, too. We can prove that that's what they're going to do. This is Revelation 19 and 19. It says, and I saw the beast, okay, Edomite nations, and I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse, Yahushai, and against his army, the angels. All right, so the Edomites and their armies are going to try to war against Yahushai and his army, the angels. That's how proud they are. They're going to try to make war against the Lord. You know how proud you have to be to think that you're going to battle the Lord? The Lord, man. You think you're going to win against the battle and against the Lord? That is an overwhelming amount of pride. That is an extreme amount of pride. And we as we got in this lesson, you see what's going to happen to the pride, the proudful. All right, you know, all the haughtily. All right, the haughtiness. All right, all these people that walk pridefully and haughtily. All right, and think their shit don't stink and think, oh, I'm American. We got the best guns. All right, no, you're about to be completely destroyed. Evil E is filled with pride. They're just prideful. They're just prideful people. It's inherent in them. They think they're the best. All right, why? Because they got on top. All right, and really, the Lord puts you in that position. You can't even be proud that, you know, we're on the top. We rule everything. The Lord puts you in that position. You can't even be proud about it. All right, you're even low among the heathen. You're the lowest of the low, man. You're the basement of the earth. You were nothing. All right, I could dig through a trash can and find something worth more than you. All right, that's it, man. You know, you people, man. Esau, right? Just Esau. You know, proud. All right, proud for no reason. Don't even have a reason to be proud. They're just proud. All right, we're proud. We did all this. No, you didn't. The Lord put you in that position, but nice try. Well, we got the best guns. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not anymore. All right, so with that, hey, that's all I had to really get into. All right, Evil E, man, hey, filled with their pride, thinking that they're going to win everything. All right, no, they can never win against us. You know, that'd be like me telling a grizzly bear, keep walking before I beat that ass. No, if that's what you think it's like, you're mistaken, because Russia ain't the punks that you think they are, people. All right, Russia is not the punks that you think they are. All right. And they've already found out that all that shit, oh, Ukraine's winning. Ukraine is not winning, man. They're having an overwhelmingly large number of casualties. All right, and all that shit saying, oh, you know, that's all propaganda, man. It's all propaganda. Ukraine is great with propaganda because they're pushing all that propaganda out. And a lot of you Americans, you stupid fucking American citizens, have already ate it up. All right? You've already eaten up the propaganda. All right? You know, oh, America, Russia, oh, blah, 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 blah. No, you've ate it up, man. Russia's doing pretty all right. All right, as much as the media says they're not, they're still holding out, aren't they? All right, so they must not be doing too bad. All right, so Evil E, filled with their pride, thinking that they're going to live forever. You're sorely mistaken, man. Ain't going to work that way. All right, so with that, we're going to close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until next one, Lord willing, Shalom.